What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back here with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Arianna. Now, I battled my opponent off my Discord server, so if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle in Detroit Discord chat room, feel free to check out my Discord server. A link will be in the description below. Now, me and my opponent are having an underused battle today. Now, looking at my opponent's team, it looks like a pretty threatening UU team. She has Crocodile, Clefable, Amoonguss, Infernape, Mega Blastoise, and Raikou. Raikou, I know. As pretty threatening team, I'm using a fun team which has some threats on it. I'm using Sash Lead Aurorus, Bandit Sock, Life Orb Nidoking, Nasty Plot Azelf, Assault Vest Tentacruel, and Scarf Darmanitan. So, pretty fun team. My team's pretty threatening and it has some fun mons on there. About what you expect from a UU team. I didn't want to give my opponent a half-ass battle because my opponent was like, I hope you don't go easy on me like everyone else because I'll beat you. And I'm like, okay, you're so freaking confident. I'll just use half-decent shit. I mean, it's whatever. I like, sometimes I'm in the mood to use good stuff, sometimes I'm not. And this was the battle where I'm like, wanna know what? I'm going to bring some fun stuff. So, Aurora's turn 1, I'm going to go for Hyper Voice onto the Crocodile, as it does absolutely nothing to the Blastoise, unfortunately. As now, I'm going to be forced out of here. I don't want to take an Aurorus Sphere or a Skull or whatever this Blastoise wants to go for. So I bring in my Assault Vest Tentacruel pretty confidently. I'm thinking that Blastoise cannot touch Tentacruel in any way, shape, or form because I am Tentacruel. Only way it can touch me is with Scald Burn, but she actually ends up going for Aurorus Sphere instead. Not what I was expecting, but I guess it works for me. As now, I'm going to double switch out of here because there's no way my opponent is going to stay in to let me get up like Toxic or Toxic Spike. So I'm going to switch into Aurorus. If she went for Scald there, I would have felt very sad, but she actually doubles into a Amoonguss. About what I was expecting, which is why I switched into my Aurorus. Is now I'm just going to go for Freeze Dry. I could have went for Stealth Rocks, but the Blastoise was pretty damn obvious, so I'm going to go for Freeze Dry here and almost knock out the Blastoise, but unfortunately it lives on because Mega Blastoise is tanky. Now here, I thought I outspeed him, but apparently Blastoise is just too speedy for my max speed Aurora, so unfortunately, am I max speed? I think I am. I think maybe I'm max HP. I don't even know. I have trained this Aurorus like back in X and Y, so I actually have no idea what my EV spread is at this point. Maybe I'm max HP. That might be why I did not speed. Maybe I'm lying to myself this entire time. Maybe I've just been max HP Aurorus. Max HP Sash Aurorus, because that's actually really bad, so don't do that. Okay, so Aurorus is going to get killed with Pursuit here, as down goes my Aurorus. So unfortunate, but we killed the Mega Blastoise, so that's an accomplishment, right? As now in comes my Choice Bandit Sock, and I'm just going to fire off the knockoff here because I can just knock off whatever's item, and we'll go from there. Knockoff's a very balanced move, as we're going to knock off the Black Sludge, thankfully, and now I don't want to stay in to get spored, so I'm going to choose to switch out and bring in Spin to win, pretty much for Sleep Water, because Sash Tentacruel, or Assault Vest Tentacruel, it really won't do me much in this battle, and I just need to keep all my other Pokemon awake. So, Tentacruel is going to take one for the team here, as now I'm going to switch out of here and bring in Darmanitan once again, as now my opponent's going to switch out again and bring Crocodile. I was debating on staying into Burn and Sleep turns, but giving the Crocodile a free switching was not worth my time, so I'm going to bring in my Scarf Darmanitan here, go for the U-turn, because I'm confident that Flare Blitz and Superpower won't knock out this Crook at this point, so I'm going to U-turn out of here and bring in my Spin to win my Tentacruel as Death Fodder mainly. As the Crocodile's going to go for a knockoff, expecting me to switch out. Good play, but I'm just sacking up Tentacruel anyway, so it doesn't really matter that he predicted my switch. So Tentacruel will go down here, but not too big of a deal. I can just bring in my Darmanitan once again, and since this Crocodile is weakened and I no longer am intimidated, I can just go for Flare Blitz and knock out this Crook. So thankfully this mon's dead, and we're able to move on. So it's also nice because my opponent was unable to get up Stealth Rocks. Though she could have him on Clef as well, I'm not too sure. You know, in comes Infernape, and I don't want to stay in here because I'm locked in the Flare Blitz, and I don't think I'll knock him out even though freaking Infernape's super frail. So I'm going to bring in Azelf here, expecting close combat or something else like Earthquake or something. Pretty risky play because my opponent could have easily just smashed me on the switching, but Azelf tanks it pretty well. As now my opponent is actually going to switch out. I am Azelf, so I can understand why. As now my opponent is going to bring in Clefable. I was going to go for a Nasty Plot, but I didn't want to risk it, so I go for close combat instead. I still have no idea what set the Infernape is because Infernape can run like 27 different movesets and it'll be viable. So that Infernape is still a pretty big threat in the back, and I gotta keep that in mind. But I am Z-move Azelf, just Shattering Psyche Azelf, not too surprising. I just figured I may as well make it stab her even more. I mean, Life Orb was probably just as good, but I didn't have a Z-move using around this team, so I figured may as well do it. Throw a Psyche MZ on this Azelf. as now my opponent is going to bring in the Infernape, and I'm just going to reveal, he's going to reveal that it is Choice Scarf, not what I was expecting. I guess, I mean, there's no other reason to bring an Infernape in on Azelf anyway, so I guess the Choice Scarf is obvious, but I mean, I feel like people bluff Choice Scarf to me half the time. It's just like, I'm paranoid. I'm like, what if he's bluffing the Choice Scarf, and I'm just gonna get like outplayed, and I'm like, crap, he's Choice Scarf. But using the knowledge that an opponent's Choice Scarf is usually worth the sack. So that, in my opinion, though. Anyway, the Raikou is going to use the Z move here, and it's going to be Breakneck Blitz, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, Nidoking's going to die. This is a powerful attack coming off Hyper Beam, but Nidoking lives with 6 HP, and I'm like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is why 31 IVs are very important. So, yeah, if we're able to knock out the Raikou here, as now in comes Infernape, and this is Scarf Infernape, which I already know. My opponent just decided to lock herself into close combat because Scarf CC does win her the game, because Infernape should be able to outspeed this, my Darmanitan, and my last, which I can't remember at the moment because I'm very tired, but I'm going to bring in Darmanitan here, and I actually end up outspeeding him here. Not what I was expecting, but I guess she's actually Adamant Scarf instead of Jolly Scarf, which honestly, I can understand, but I don't know, I just feel like Jolly Scarf is just better in almost every way possible. On most things, just running Timid Scarf is just so good in comparison to the power. I'd much rather, if you want to have power, I would just run Choice Band. But anyway, Flare Blitz is going to knock out the Amoonguss, and we are able to win the battle due to the Infernape running Jolly Choice Scarf. Woohoo! So, yay, we win. And do we deserve this win? Probably not, but we got it anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. If you guys did enjoy the game, I really would appreciate it if you hit the like button. It is much appreciated, and it helps the channel grow out tremendously. If you guys didn't know that, liking the video does help the channel grow. And I know it is a very hard task to do. Sometimes just moving your finger and scrolling down 2 inches can be pretty difficult, and I understand why if you don't like the video. But I mean, otherwise, feel free to like the video. Anyway, the question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite anime? Now, I don't really watch anime anymore, but I'd have to say my favorite anime has got to be Cory in the House. Cory in the House has got to be one of the top 10 animes, alongside Danny Phantom and Shrek. I would say that they're up there, as well as SpongeBob. SpongeBob's also up there, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite anime is, and thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.